Let's begin today's topic, subject-verb agreement. What is agreement? The agreeing of two or more elements in a sentence is called agreement. Now in this chapter, what do we mean by subject-verb agreement? We mean a verb must agree with its subject. So the verb must agree with subject in relation to number, that is singular number or plural number, in relation to person, that is first person, second person and third person, and in relation to gender, that is masculine gender, feminine gender and neuter gender. Let us now see examples. One of the girls in our class is very talented. Here one of the girls is subject and is verb. One of the girls is subject, which is singular in number, therefore is used, which is also singular in number. Now let's see another example. The students admire her. Here the students is subject and admire is verb. The students is plural in number, therefore admire is used in a base form of the verb. Now let's look at subject verb agreement and some of the points of this topic. Point number 1, if the subject is singular in number, the verb should also be singular in number. For example, Susan is playing football. So Susan is a subject which is singular in number, therefore is used. Second, if the subject is plural in number, the verb should also be plural in number. For example, my parents are celebrating their golden wedding anniversary. So my parents is subject which is plural in number, therefore are is used, which is also plural in number. Now let's see another point. The form of the verb also needs to be modified according to the person of the subject. So verb should modify according to the person and subject. Let's clarify this point. For example, Sakshi is playing in the garden. Sakshi is singular in number. This subject is singular in number, therefore is used, which is singular in number. Second example, Ravi and Rawat are working on a project. Here Ravi and Rawat is subject which is plural in number. Ravi and Rajat, two persons. So this is plural in number, therefore verb is used plural. Now third example, Shalu and I are baking a pie tomorrow. In these examples, Shalu and I are subject which is plural in number, therefore verb also used in plural. Now let's look at placement of subject and verb. Where do we place subject and verb? So the subject comes before the verb in a declarative sentences. Since there is an agreement between the subject and the verb, they need to be placed close to each other. So the subject and verb must be placed close to each other. For example, I love you. Here I is subject, love is verb, you is object. So subject and verb must be placed close to each other, as you can see here. However, in some sentences the subject may not be placed next to the verb, but there are some cases where subject is not placed next to the verb. For example, the story of my journey needs to be told. Here the story of my journey is noun phrase, and in this phrase the main word is story. Therefore this subject must agree with the noun. So therefore, since the story is in a singular number third person, so needs is used, which is also singular number third person. Let's see another example. My students who admire you very much want to meet you. In this example, my students who admire you very much is noun phrase, and in this noun phrase student is the main word, and therefore it is the subject of the sentence. The word student is plural number, therefore the verb want is used, which is the base form of the verb. Now let's look at preparatory subject. Sometimes a sentence begins with the word there. For example, there was a lion in a jungle. There are 10 books on the shelf. In example 1, a lion is the actual subject, and in example 2, 10 books is the actual subject. And in both these sentences, the noun, the subject is placed after the verb, was lion, are 10 books, and the word there is used as introductory or preparatory subject. In example number 1, since the subject lion is singular in number, therefore was is used. And in example 2, since the subject 10 books is plural in number, therefore verb is also used plural. Now let's look at nouns joined with conjunctions such as well as, with, or along with. In such cases, the verb agrees with the noun mentioned first. Let's try to understand through example. The students along with the teacher are going for inter-school competition. Here, the student is the first noun and the teacher is second noun. Because it is used with the conjunction along with, therefore the verb agrees with the first noun. Since the first noun is in plural number, therefore are is used. Now let's see another example. Mrs. Avasti with her student is also coming for the inter-school competition. Here Mrs. Avasti is first noun and her student is second noun. And verb is used because the first noun, which is singular in number, therefore verb also used singular in number. Now let's look at nouns joined with either or neither noun. In such cases, the verb agrees with the second noun or pronoun. For example, neither my friend nor I like noodles. Here, the verb like agrees with the pronoun I. Second example, either the students or the teachers are giving the right information. Here, verb are is used because the second noun is plural in number.